Hi, thank you so much for being here. Today we are doing a post-hysterectomy surgery exercise routine. So 12 weeks ago today, actually, as of this filming, I had a hysterectomy done as well as 3 pelvic floor repairs. So to let you know, mine was done laparoscopically. I had my uterus removed and 1 ovary and my cervix. So if that helps you kind of get a feeling of where you are compared to myself. So this is a routine that I felt comfortable doing at about 3 weeks after surgery. Everyone is going to be different. Please obviously listen to your doctor. Please listen to your body. But personally, I had restrictions of no lifting more than 10 pounds, and that was in place for 10 weeks. Again, I'm at 12 weeks now, but what I'm doing is giving you a routine that I personally started at about 3 weeks after surgery. So the purpose of the routine was that I was feeling obviously very lethargic. I wanted to get my circulation going. I wanted to start stretching a little bit. I wanted to start doing a little bit of strengthening for my hips and getting my pelvic floor and my lower abdominals working again because I had a lot done down in there. I wanted to work on my breathing. I also wanted to make sure my upper body was staying strong, and I wanted to make sure that my digestion was working properly, because that's a big thing that happens after surgery and with anesthesia and with painkillers is we can become very slow in the digestion department. So I did a lot of it for that. So I wanted to give you kind of that idea of that's the purpose of this routine, and that's what it was for me. So I want to make sure that you have talked to your doctor, that you know your restrictions, and that also I hope this really serves you for where you are right now. So we're going to start laying down. And so find a comfortable place, and I just want you to find your breath. It's really important to make sure that you find your breath again after any kind of injury or surgery. So take a nice big inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. When you inhale, feel like your ribs are moving side to side. Try to fill your lungs and make your ribs move side to side. And then exhale, funnel everything down towards your belly button and your pelvis. So really important to get your diaphragm moving again after surgery, to make sure that abdominal canister is working the way it should. With a hysterectomy, obviously we've lost some organs, and that space we want to make sure that we are teaching it how to move correctly again. Believe it or not, our organs do move, and they move in relation with each other. So we want to make sure that they're moving the way they should. Right? Okay, on this next one, inhale, reach your arms back. And then exhale, just bring your arms back down to your sides. Inhale, arms reach back. So again, working on breathing and starting to connect a little bit of movement to that breath. So in this video right now, I am not going to be reviewing pelvic floor work and contractions, because I have an entire other video that focuses on that, and you need a lot of focus on it. So find my physical therapy for pelvic floor exercises video and incorporate that as well, because that was a big thing that I personally used, especially because of the prolapse repairs that I had done. So it's really important that you get your pelvic floor working again. So please go find that video as well, okay? One more. Exhale, arms down. And now we're going to find a little bit of a bridge. So inhale again. Exhale, curl your tailbone and roll up. And you just decide how high is comfortable. You might just come to here, just an inch or so. And then curl and roll back down. And when you come down, arch and take it the opposite way. All right, so we're going to flatten the low back, curl, and then bring the tailbone down and arch. So it's exaggerated pelvic tilts, making sure that that doesn't get too stuck. Okay, a lot of times I see in my clients that pelvis doesn't move, and I found in myself after the many laparoscopies I had and then the hysterectomy itself that I need to really work on mobility in the pelvis. Okay, now if you are farther out, if you're like me and closer to possibly 12 weeks out from surgery, okay, maybe you're comfortable taking this into a full bridge. So go ahead and do that if you would like. But like I said, you have to make sure you feel comfortable doing it, okay? And then curl to roll back down. We'll just do about 2 more, whichever version you're working on. If this is too fast for you, please go at your own pace. I know, 2 or 3 weeks after surgery, I was moving at a snail's pace. And I'm still not there, not anywhere close to back. But definitely better every day. And then curl and roll down. Nice job. Straighten the left leg out. And then go ahead and bend and see if you can pull that right leg in. However far you can go. Okay? So you're just giving it a squeeze. This alone is really good for your digestion. Okay? Because you've got your colon, your intestines, everything down here. And if we get them squeezing a little bit, it actually will help your digestion. You can interpret that by saying digestion and constipation. That's a big, big issue after any major surgery. Okay, so we want to help with that. Now keep that left knee, keep the right knee, bring your left hand on the knee. And if you can, if this is comfortable, bring the knee over to the left and you look to the right. But again, if you're not here yet, that's okay. And then come back up. Your option for that might feel better is having your knees together and just let them fall to the side and you can look to the side, okay? And then straighten the right leg and hug that left knee in. And I know I keep saying it, but really do what feels comfortable. It might be that you're only at a point you're ready to squeeze, or maybe you're ready to add the rotation. And please keep in mind, I had this done laparoscopy, which is such a hard word to say, but what that means is that I just have 4 holes in my abdomen. I was not cut. It wasn't an abdominal incision. So that would feel very different if you had an abdominal incision. This is going to be very different. You won't be able to do these probably for quite a while afterwards. Okay, take your twist over to the right, left hand to the left. Because with those abdominal incisions, there's muscles cut, quite a few, all the way through the layers. You have a lot more healing to do. So I would wait quite a while till the doctor has released you for some of these moves. Okay, let's put that leg down. And then you're going to slowly roll onto your left side. I remember at 3 weeks, that was almost the hardest part, was the rolling onto my side. Okay, so you're going to be on your left side, and let's have the knees bent. The feet are in line with your tail, and you're just going to lift that top knee up and down. Good. So this is a really nice one to make sure you're staying strong kind of in your SI joint area and in your hips, which again can be affected when the pelvic floor is weak, when those abdominal muscles have been bothered by surgery, been cut through. So I was doing these pretty soon at that 2 or 3 week mark. And then always being aware of what my pelvic floor is doing. Again, go find that pelvic floor video because that's going to be really important too. Okay, last one. Nice job. Lay flat on your side, and let's bring the arm up and over and then back down. So it's important not only just for mobility to keep the arms moving, but also to keep them strong so that you don't start to feel little twinges and pains and get those knots up in your shoulders. Last one. Nice job. And then however is easiest for you, we're going to do the other side. You can either push up and lay down or just roll over to your other side. Okay, so when you're ready, hips are stacked, belly button in, and lift the knee and lower. So please keep in mind too, I do have a video here about my hysterectomy story, so talking about the exact surgery I had done, my restrictions, my recovery. I filmed that right here at the 12-week mark. And then over on Instagram, I'm at Jessica Valant Pilates, and I have quite a few stories over there at IGTV that I've done along the way. Actually, like 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I did little 10-minute snippets talking about my recovery. So if you're in that period of time and you want to kind of know that someone else sees you and understands what you're going through, you can head on over there. Okay, last one. Nice job. Let's slowly push up. And let's sit cross-legged. Okay, so find a comfortable seat, and maybe that means sitting in a chair. So if you need to, bring a chair over and sit in a chair for this. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, down. Nice. Inhale. On this next one, exhale, twist to your right very gently. Inhale up. Exhale left. So think about twisting more kind of up from your heart area, upper back. Last one. Good, and now over to the right. So bring your right hand down and your left hand reaches over. And up, other way. Good, last one. And back up now, arms out to the sides, and I just want little circles. So these are about the size, of like a small playground ball. But again, working circulation, breath, and some arm muscle work here as well. Switch directions on your circles. Think of every exhale is actually getting rid of some of that anesthesia that you were under. So the better your circulation, the better your healing process overall is going to be. Good. And then bring your arms up and slowly back down. And let's take your head over to the right. And over to the left. And back up to center. Just let your chin drop to your chest. And back up. And I hope that helped you feel a little better and feel a little empowered in your body again. And I will see you next time. Thanks so much for stopping by. Remember, subscribe to my channel and you'll be notified every time a new video comes up. Like and comment on this video and let me know what you thought. You can also always come over to jessicavalantpilates.com to find all the resources I have for living a healthy lifestyle, including full-length workout videos, healthy recipes, and a community I would love for you to be a part of. So I'll see you there.